Hello everyone, my name is Deepak. I'm a tax code advisor and I invite you to set up a comprehensive tax consultation with me. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what does that mean, what kind of subject matter we cover during these comprehensive consultations, what can you expect out of it, how should you prepare for it, and anything related to this. So let me start out by why I like to do comprehensive tax consultations. See, what happens is oftentimes people come to me with a specific problem. Maybe it's a tax related problem, maybe it's a finance related problem. Maybe they're buying a property, selling a property, maybe they're gifting somebody something, or they have some RSUs, or maybe it's a crypto transaction or stock transaction. A very specific tax issue, and I give them a very specific tax advice. How should you structure that transaction to minimize your taxes as much as possible? However, underneath that, there is so much more going on in people finances that if they pay a little bit attention to it, it can have significant effect on their overall finances in their lifetime. Sometimes we're talking about millions of dollars, and I'm not kidding. Like you can try it, and then you will see at the end of the consultation, like, oh my God, why did I miss this out for so long? Now, you might say, well, come on, Deepak, that's not really possible, right? I go to my tax professional every single year. Yes, you do. But the problem is they are also focused on tax business. They make money by filing taxes, and that's their business. Nothing wrong with that. Um, Nobody has time to dig deeper about your overall situation. It takes a lot of time. Like my tax consultations for these can be anywhere between 5 to 8 hours. I like to do them between 3 to 4 sessions. Each session is roughly 1 to 2 hours. So it takes a lot of time. And on top of that, I have to do a lot of work on the back end as well, because after each meeting, I need to be better prepared with very specific strategies. So, what do we cover in these comprehensive consultations? Well, pretty much anything related to your finances. We talk about your income, where are you making money, how are you making money, what are you doing today, what are you going to do tomorrow, how does that income going to look like 5 years, 10 years from now? What are your goals? Are you studying? How's your spouse doing? How about your kids? Do you have any kids? What are they doing? What are they going to do? How are you planning for their education? Are you going to planning to go to master's or PhD or something like that? So we talk about that. So pretty much everything related to your income. We talk about your retirement plans, whether you have a 401k plan, maybe you have an IRA, maybe you have a Roth, maybe you have self-directed IRA. We talk about all of that stuff. Are they optimized? Is there something you can do that can help you do better? Can you reduce some costs? How should you structure it in a way that it's producing the most for you instead of somebody else making money off those. So we spend a lot of time on your retirement accounts. Obviously, many of us own real estate, personal residence, as well as investment properties. Some of you guys might have those properties in LLCs. Those LLCs might be in multiple states. Maybe there's a holding company involved. Maybe there's a management company involved. Maybe you have a trust, you know. And how does all that stuff work together? Is there an opportunity there? Can we do it in a different way that can be more cheaper and tax friendly, that can work better for you? How about financing these transactions? How are you going to buy your next property? Is there a way? Is there a better way to save? Can we structure it in such a way that is more advantageous to you? Can we avoid some of the costs? Sometime just doing a real estate transaction can have a lot of impact. For example, you have your transfer tax involved, you have your property taxes involved, you might even have city taxes involved, county taxes involved. There's fees, recording fees, and whatnot. So there's a lot of money on the table. We got to talk about all that, right? Like I said, how do you finance it? How do you exit out of these properties? What are your plans? How are you going to get rid of them? You're going to sell them. You're going to do 1031 exchange on them. You're going to pass it on to your kids. Again, you need to have a plan, a financial plan. What are you going to do? How is it going to work out? Because if you do it in any way, then chances are you might be okay, or you might end up paying a lot of fees. So that's the idea behind the comprehensive consult. at least ask you the questions. So even if we don't dig specifically into that matter because that's not important today, at least you will remember what questions to ask when the right time comes. When you go to a broker, when you go to an insurance agent, when you go to do a 1031 exchange, what to ask, who do you do it with? Anyhow, we talk about all that. If you are into crypto, maybe you're doing mining, maybe you are just holding on to crypto, we talk about that. Then you might have some business, maybe a side hustle, maybe you have some store, or maybe you provide some services. We dig deeper into it. How do you manage your liabilities? How do you protect yourself? What things to do, what not to do? We spend a lot of time on that. Kids, how are we going to fund our kids' education? How can we prepare our kids for better retirement? How can we give them a better start? How can we pass on real estate to them? Again, all part of comprehensive consultation. Asset protection strategies, huge, right? Why are you doing all this if you're leaving it out on the table for somebody to just come and grab it? We need to be able to protect the assets that we are generating. So, typically people wait until there's a problem and whatnot. But in this comprehensive consult, one session is dedicated to asset protection. We take a look at everything you have, and I tell you everything that I know. And if you need to get a lawyer involved or somebody else to help you out with the implementation of some of those strategies, I connect you with those people depending upon what your specific situation is. But even if you don't do anything, you should know what assets are on risk, why, and what are some of the things you can do to protect yourself. Important, don't you think? Okay. At the end of the day, we look at everything financially you have going on in your life, and we try to find opportunities. Where can we save money? What can we improve? Where can we get efficient? What move can we do today that can perhaps save you taxes this year, maybe next year, maybe 5 years from now, 10 years from now? We also look at your insurance. Maybe you have car insurance, home insurance, and I don't sell you the insurance, but I want to take a look and make sure that if there's something missing, maybe you need to go back to your insurance agent and ask them about that. So we definitely want to review those, because once again, at the end of the day, it's all about protecting you. So we talk about that. We take a look at your life insurance. Maybe you have index universal life. Maybe you have a whole life. Maybe you just have a term policy. How are you using it? How are you utilizing it? Do you actually understand it? Do they actually make sense? Is there a better way to do that? If you have any kind of income products, maybe some sort of pension or some sort of other way to generate income, we take a look at that as well. And lastly, but most importantly, answer all of your tax questions. We put everything down on the table. What if we do it this way? What if we do it that way? One session is completely dedicated to your Q&As. So you can understand it's a lot of work. I spend good 6-7 hours with you directly one-on-one, and then I spend maybe another 5-6 hours in the background preparing for our meetings and making sure that I get you a good advice that can make a big impact on your financial life. So after the consultation, I identify maybe 10-12 action items. You can implement them yourself. You can use my help to implement them, or we can dig deeper on any one of those items that you might be interested in. So that's what comprehensive consultation look like. It's about finding opportunities. It's about making the moves. Oftentimes people hold on to these items for a very long time, and for many years, and then they kind of implement them one at a time. Maybe one time they meet with somebody and they go, oh, by the way, you have not done, and they go like, well, I should have done that 5 years ago. But if you just do this comprehensive consult, we get everything on the board and get everything taken care of. But anyhow, that kind of gives you a good idea. If you still have a question, feel free to reach out to me. Discovery call is free. I don't charge anything. Talk to me for 10-15 minutes. Figure it out if I'm a right fit, if I'm full of what, or if I have credible information that can be a big help to you. So you can figure that out only by talking to you. So talking to me. So give me a call, set up that 10-15 minutes of discovery call. And if you like me and if you like my ideas, then we go ahead and set up a comprehensive consultation and get on it. But I can tell you, I've been doing it for many years now, and people love it. Every single time after those consultation is done, I get raving reviews from every single client. So I'm hoping that I'll get the same review from you as well. All right. So once again, I'm very easy to get hold of. Just go to taxcodeadvisors.com, or if you are in one of my groups, then you can always reach out to me directly from there as well. Just let me know that you want to talk a little bit more about comprehensive consultation. Like I said, that includes everything. So anything that you have thought of, it's about your business, it's about your real estate, it's about your insurance. Maybe you're thinking about buying insurance, maybe you already purchased insurance, maybe you already purchased a real estate, or you're planning on buying a real estate, short-term rental, long-term rental, personal residence, RSUs, stocks, crypto, whatever it is, talk to me. I'm here to help. Thank you.